Israeli forces have bombed multiple locations across Gaza, killing at least 9 Palestinians. The attacks are the latest violations of the ceasefire that came into effect 4 months ago. Residential areas in Jabalia in the north of the Strip and Khan Younis in the south were hit. These areas fall within the so-called yellow line. That's the boundary separating the Israeli military from Palestinian residential areas. Officials in Gaza say that they have recorded more than 1,600 violations of the ceasefire. Al Jazeera's Hind Khoudary is in Gaza City. Hind, what more have you been able to learn about these attacks?
Well, the death toll for today rose to 11 Palestinians killed by different attacks by the Israeli forces on the Gaza Strip. Now, in the past couple of hours, the Israeli forces targeted a group of Palestinians in Tel El-Hawa. This is in the southern parts of the Gaza City, where one Palestinian have been killed. In El Fallujah, in Jabalia's refugee camp in the northern parts of the Gaza Strip, 5 Palestinians have been killed, and in the western parts of Khan Younis, there were another 5 that were killed. And this is not the first time the Israeli forces violate the ceasefire. As you hear in the background, there's a very high sound of the drone buzzing. There are continuous explosions in areas beyond the yellow line. According to the Gaza Media Office, since the beginning of the ceasefire, 1,620 violations have been committed by the Israeli forces, and at least 580 Palestinians have been killed.
Yeah, the number we have now after today's attack is that at least 590 Palestinians have been killed, Hind. All of this just in the last 4 months, and a period of time that is described, maybe not accurately, as a ceasefire. Can you share a bit more with our viewers on what it's like to live, try and rebuild your life as a Palestinian living in the Gaza Strip during this ceasefire, which has still seen almost 600 deaths?
Well, other than the continuous violations and endless airstrikes, the humanitarian situation continues to deteriorate as humanitarian aid is not reaching all of the Palestinians. We're still seeing children queuing up on hot meal kitchens, on water trucks, and this shows that the struggle is real. Now, most of Gaza's population are people homeless in the streets, scattered without any sort of shelter or equipment. And every single day we talk to people, and they're saying that this ceasefire is only a name, where they did not see anything they have been promised on the ground. People here have been promised of rebuilding, reconstruction, and at least caravans or mobile houses, and nothing of that have been happened. Also, the fact that people still rely on food aid and aid distribution is why it actually shows how the situation of people is actually very, very tiring for them. And the fact that people do not have any income is another sort of problem. Education system is not in place. The health situation is deteriorating. Medical supplies are not entering. And thousands of Palestinians are waiting in hospitals to be evacuated abroad. The Rafah crossing opened, but it's very limited, and there's a lot of restrictions that only around 20 people leave per day. And this shows how slow this journey is. We're talking about at least 20,000 Palestinians waiting because they're in risk of losing their lives if they don't get their medical evacuation as soon as possible. So the reality here is difficult. People are still suffering, and there's no light in any way in the Gaza Strip.
Hind Khoudary, thank you very much to you and your team for your continued reporting on this.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.